That's right.
Okay,
And
girlfriend, what you got for us?
if you notice, I've got a little friend today. So this is Rachel, one of my plants. And by the way, we could have a whole segment on plants bringing you joy because they 100% do. And so, yeah, so pruning is all about what you do to plants. It's removing what's useless, what's harmful to a plant. It could be a vine that's gotten a little gangly. But basically, when you cut a plant back, it makes room for new growth. And cutting a plant back actually stimulates new growth and makes a plant stronger and healthier because those roots, instead of going towards what's dying or not working, it sends all of the energy towards new growth. So when we take that idea of eliminating things in order to help us have new growth in our lives, you can see that we're all like plants that need a little pruning now and then.
That is quite a concept because a lot of times when you think about removing things or taking away things, like it's kind of a painful process and you think like you might be hurting the plant, for example, or what have you. You don't realize that you're actually redirecting the energy to the healthy areas. Is that where we're going with this?
That is 100% right. Because we all have a finite amount of time and energy, right? And so when it's being spent on things that are not productive or not making you the best person you can be, you are absolutely right. If you weren't doing those things, what could you redirect them towards? So you got it.
So again, using kind of that plant reference, are there healthy ways of pruning? How do you go about that process?
Yeah. So there are three different types of pruning. The first is when you cut back to make room for new growth. And so in our lifetime, we collect so many different things. We collect stuff, right? Think about if you have kids, all the stuff that you've collected from their lives, of your own life. And so we've got relationships we collect, we've got commitments we collect, obligations, habits, all of these things that we just keep accumulating and we only have so much time. So, how are we maintaining all of it? So, this is about removing anything that might be standing in the way of you either living a better life or being the person that you want to be. So, if you're looking at the new year ahead and you're saying, okay, I want to be more organized, but your drawers and your closets are a disaster, okay, start there. If you want to get serious about being healthier, take a look at your pantry and get rid of all the junk food. So it's really about cutting back what's not serving you to make room for new growth. The second way to prune is to cut away what isn't growing. And this can be really tough. So take a look at what is not changing in your life despite your best efforts. This could be a relationship that just isn't getting to where you want it to be, or at work, maybe you want a promotion and it's just not working out. It's what you're working on that isn't driving meaningful results for you. Think of all the resources that you're spending on that. It might be time to eliminate some of those efforts. And the third way to prune is to remove what is dead. These are things that are simply taking up space and resources in your life, and they're not providing any value. This could be physical stuff. I mean, we could all take a look at our homes and get rid of what is that rule if you haven't worn something in a year? Get rid of it, donate it. It could be that box of trophies from your eighth grade, kids soccer tournament, and your kid just turned 45. Take a picture of those things so that you have the memory, but it could be reminders of a life that you used to have. But when you release the past and you physically remove that stuff from your space and your life, like a plant, it allows your roots to send energy towards building something new.
Truth bomb, boom. I mean, that just hit really hard and real and fast. I guess I never realized that some of the clutter and things that are weighing us down, when you take them out, when you eliminate them, you all of a sudden are able to breathe a little bit better and allow yourself to grow and expand. How do you identify those different areas? I mean, you gave us some great examples for sure, but sometimes it just seems impossible.
Yes, yes. So I am a big fan of making a list. So write down all of the things that you're doing, how you're spending your time, what's sucking you down, what brings you little to no joy, what feels like a chore, and think about what in your life is not helping you be your best self. It might be too much drinking. It could be putting down the cigarettes finally. It could be overeating. Think about how much time we spend on social media. That's probably not serving us, or in front of screens. Think about the people that maybe trigger things in you that you don't love about yourself. So, what are all those things that are not serving you? And look at all of that and see what you can either eliminate or get rid of or do less of. And in that list, there's going to be non-negotiables. So for example, if you've got kids, you don't love doing pickup and drop off, you probably still have to do that. We all need to clean our homes. We all need to cook food for ourselves. You may not love those things. However, with those non-negotiables, what I love to do is find ways to inject or infuse some joy either during the activity or after the activity. So for example, I do not love cleaning my house, but it has to get done. So when I'm about to do it, I put on my favorite 80s dance party mix. I crank up the volume and I get to work. I know you feel me. And then afterwards, after I'm done cleaning, I light my favorite candle and I spend 10 minutes just sort of relaxing and kind of congratulating myself for what I just did. So that then brings some elements of joy into an activity that otherwise isn't super fun for me.
Girlfriend, I mean, honestly, first of all, Rachel's lucky to have you. She looks like a very happy, healthy plant.
Rachel makes me happy too. So it's a very, symbiotic relationship.
She needs you though. And I like the idea of sometimes less is more. Taking out some things in your life can be better than trying to feed things that are not growing. Heather, thanks for coming in. The Joy Corner continues. I mean, we're only going to continue to expound on these ideas in the new year. Thanks for always being here for us and being our fire starters.
It is my joy.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy our Joy Corner with Heather Boschke. She really is our girl guide and fire starter. This segment, in my opinion, has been pretty impactful and definitely worth re-watching a few different times because Heather, in just a couple of sentences, gives us so much information on how we can live our lives better and take more control. Thanks for joining us here in the Joy Corner. We invite you to come on back.